the thing that was kind of discouraging this time around were how many no soliciting, no trespassing signs that said if I came on their property, they would make me into compost, and signs that said if I came onto their property, they would shoot me. Obviously, they weren't talking to me personally, but anyone. One of the individuals that had the "if you come onto my property, I'll shoot you" sign, I actually saw him. I made some eye contact with him and said hello, and man, he looked at me like he was not messing around. And yeah, that was, discouraging. At the same time, the Lord knows and the Lord sees those signs. And I believe that, I would rather have someone have those signs out. It makes me think of the scripture that says in Revelation that the Lord would have us hot or cold, lukewarm. He spits out of his mouth. And I've heard a quote that says the opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. And so I see those signs, and I have hope more than not, but there is a sense of discouragement in the fact that I don't know how to engage in a respectful way. So yeah, that's something that I'm processing. And the positive that I got to remind myself of and remind us of is, finding those neighbors. And I did find those neighbors. I found, a neighbor by every single one of those: no trespassing, I'll shoot you, I'll make you compost, no soliciting. I found believing neighbors next to all of those houses. And I pray, and the believers who hopefully will give me more access to communicate with them and grow with them, I will definitely be, encouraging them as they see those neighbors that are resistant, to find ways to start conversations, because those neighbors might be only reached by their neighbors or their coworkers or their family members. Most likely not going to be reached by me walking door to door, because I don't get to walk on their property. So there's that. There's the glimmer of light in the midst of it. There's still, Lord willing, people in those lives.